Chapter 6. I have a friend in Louisiana we can hole up with. H.R. Brooks. Warble turns and tells Mary with a grin on his face as they travel south out of Bayfield. He keeps the speedometer of their Cranberry PT Cruiser pegged right at the speed limit to avoid giving the cops any reason to stop him. Warble knows that some cops are easily bribed with visions of free lifetime supplies of donuts. Others, he feels, are frustrated inventors with sour grapes attitudes toward geniuses like himself, whose envy and jealousy could quite conceivably be manifested in a willingness to cooperate in a plot against him and his invaluable inventions. Louisiana, where's that? Mary wonders. What? Warble asks, exasperated. Sometimes your lack of knowledge of fundamental geography baffles and confounds me, woman. Don't you know where Louisiana is? It's the home of Cajun and Creole cooking, Mardi Gras, Dixieland Jazz, Zydeco, Doug Kershaw, the Neville Brothers, the Superdome, gangrene-colored... Oh, you mean Louisiana, Mary interjects. No, Dad Burnett, woman, it's Louisiana. We've got to pronounce it the way the natives do. We must look like, talk like, and act like Southerners when we're down there. We don't want to raise any suspicions whatsoever. Just blend in with the crowd. Why do they pronounce it that way? Mary asks. It sounds ignorant. Ignorant? It's the proper way, actually. After all, the original spelling was Lou'Eana. Who was this Lou? Pollyanna's brother? Mary inquires. Wench, you're going to drive me to drinking if you don't stop. Wench? Mary interrupts. What's with this wench stuff? I told you, Mary, we have to fit in. When in the South, do as the rebels do. Isn't that what they say? It harkens back to the old pirate days when... Warble! Mary interrupts again. What? Who is this Lou guy? Mary demands. Don't you know anything about history, Mary? What did you do while you were in school? Write love letters to Johnny Mathis all day long? Come on, everybody knows that Lou is the Southerners' affectionate name for Louis Pasteur. Remember the Louisiana Purchase? We bought the region from the frog eaters. The noble Southerners, realizing how they had gypped the Frenchies, decided to show their respects by naming the state after Monsieur Pasteur. Why didn't they name it after Bonaparte or Matisse or Chef Boyardee? Mary asks. Mary, I'm shocked at your ignorance, Warble says, shaking his head in disbelief. Chef Boyardee was an Italian. I was just joking, Warble, Mary mutters out of the side of her mouth, slapping Warble's knee. This is no laughing matter, Mary. There's a time and a place for everything, but this is neither the time... He glances at his watch, ignoring the one on the dashboard of their PT Cruiser, thinking it may have been sabotaged, nor the place. Looking up at the sign along the highway, he makes a mental note that they are 17 miles from Minocqua for mirth. Warble practically harumphs as he takes a renewed, firm grip on the steering wheel and gazes at the road ahead with his best steely-eyed Clint Eastwood imitation. Anyway, Warble finally says, after stewing in his own juices for several seconds, Louisiana was named after Louis Pasteur. I thought it was named after King Louis, Mary says softly. Are you kidding? That's an old wives' tale, at best. Why would they name their state after a character from the Jungle Book? It's named after Louis Pasteur, for proving that fruit flies don't like mason jars, thus opening up the moonshine business, which played a pivotal role in financing the Civil War. Not to mention, Warble, slow down. Why? Did you spot danger up ahead? Warble asks, his head on a swivel. No, there's a fruit stand up ahead. I want to get some cherries. Warble expels a long, loud sigh. How can Mary think about puny, pitted produce at a time like this? Nevertheless, he pulls onto the dirt road leading to the roadside produce stand. Warble thinks he smells a rat. Mary, I believe this fruit stand was erected here very recently, he says, suspiciously scanning the horizon. I don't remember it when we drove up yesterday. That's because you were asleep, Warble. I drove through this area. Nevertheless, do you remember it? Not specifically, but I wasn't looking for a fruit stand at the time. Aha! You see, it wasn't here yesterday. It was built overnight, and they put up that sign with cherries prominently displayed, knowing that you are a fool for fresh cherries and would beg me to stop.